your OE steel front bumper on your 2021 or newer Bronco to another level. With the look and the protection, this Weston XTS brush guard for the factory front bumper is a great addition. Now this grille guard is perfect for the Bronco owner who wants a matching extension to their current front bumper that fits well, doesn't require modification, and provides some solid protection to a very vulnerable area on the front. It's great for the adventurer who doesn't want branches or other larger hazards making an impact to the grille or the headlights, and also wants a guard they can build off of and customize thanks to the multiple light mounting options. The biggest benefit here is the coverage, and this offers a wide range of it, framing the grille in thick tubing and provides two center uprights here to support the guard. Now while the tubing hugs tighter to the grille for a well-fitted construction, the uprights come outward a little bit, as you can see here, which offers a few inches in front of the grille, allowing this to take the brunt of whatever your front end potentially comes in contact with, not the plastic grille itself. Now this also has 22 mounting options between both of the upper and lower center bar that you can mount your lighting on, allowing you to really customize this compared to other limited options. So as far as your accessory lighting needs are concerned, it allows you to really create a well-lit setup. This has a modular design, as you can see on the table. It has 2-inch diameter steel tubing on the outside around the headlights attached to 10-gauge steel center uprights. Now those two outer headlight guards, as well as these center guards here, also made of a steel construction, allow for solid protection if the guard were to take an impact, and it has a nice electrostatic base coat and textured black powder coat on top for really good rust resistance. Now again, this bolts to the factory modular front bumper with no modification, comes with all of the hardware included, and is compatible with all the factory sensors and clears most winches, making this a very versatile system. This set will cost you about $600 and is pretty affordable when it comes to front end protection in general. Now the main reason being is that this directly bolts up to that factory front bumper compared to replacing it or bolting a grille guard or a bull bar over it, which not only saves you money but also eliminates any modification that's potentially needed for your setup and lets you use factory components for what they're made for. It also has a bit more to the kit compared to other single bars or Stinger style setups, especially with the many integrated light mounting options, making this a solid pick if you're looking for a hassle-free way to get a custom look and solid protection for your Bronco. Install is completely bolt on, getting a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it should only take about an hour or so to get this in place. Now at this point, we are going to head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown on how you can install this on your Bronco at home. So that's going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and jump into the install.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, a 13mm ratcheting wrench, 13mm wrench, the included Allen wrench, 13mm swivel socket, 13 and 15mm sockets, T40 torque socket, and a low profile T40 torque switch. What's up guys? Today we're installing a brush guard on our Bronco, so let's get started. So we're gonna have to remove our factory crash bars behind our bumper for this install. Now to get those out, we are gonna have to loosen up this end piece. So we need to remove these 2 bolts and loosen up these 3 over here, and then we can pivot this out of the way enough to slide our crash bar out. So grab a T40 torque socket to do that. And now with those loosened up, we have enough flex to slide this out of the way to get our crash bar out. So now we'll come back to our crash bar. We need to remove these 2 bolts with a 15mm ratcheting wrench. And now you can just wiggle this out of the way, pull your bumper out of the way, and slide it out. So now we can go ahead and reinstall our 2 bolts up here, tighten those down with that same T40 torque socket. And then we're gonna have to remove this bolt next to it. Now I can't really get on there with my torque socket and then angle, so it's just gonna strip out if I do it that way. So I've got this T40 Torx bit. It's got a 13 millimeter hex head so I can get my 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench on it and use that to remove it. Do that same thing on the other side. And I'll go back and tighten down the 3 bolts that you loosened. And do that same thing on the other side. Next, we need to remove these 4 bolts above our tow hook here. So we're going to use that same T40 Torx socket to pull these out. Do the same thing on the other side. So now we can assemble our brush guard on the table. We're going to be connecting up our top and bottom to the 2 sides here. We've got a bolt with a lock washer and flat washer and threaded holes. We've got 2 sets on each of these. So we'll thread those in, take a 13 millimeter socket to tighten them down. Now you've got one side with these slots. That's going to be for a light bar or pods. So you want these 2 facing the middle. And now just take your bolt, put it through the hole and into your threaded hole and thread it in. Now do the same thing in your other hole. And now do the same thing on the bottom here, and then we'll connect the other side and get everything tightened down. Next, we can raise up our crossbar and connect it to the other side. And then once you have both sides connected, take your 13 millimeter socket and tighten them both down. Do that same thing for your other 3 sets of bolts. So now we're ready to lift this onto our Bronco's bumper. We have our 2 mounts that are going on those 4 bolts that we removed on each side. So I'm just going to lift this up and just thread in those bolts by hand for now, just to support the weight. Next, we need to install our reinforcement bracket. So we're going to need to pull this 13 millimeter bolt out as well as this T40 bolt. So I'm getting a 13 millimeter swivel socket to get my bolt out. Next, we need to install our reinforcement bracket. So we're going to be removing this 13 millimeter bolt back here and this T40 bolt. So I've got a 13 millimeter swivel socket to get this top bolt out. And then I'll switch to my T40 Torx socket to remove this bolt. Next, we can slide that reinforcement bracket into place. And we're just going to be reinstalling all of our factory hardware. So we'll start with that T40 Torx bolt. And then we'll get our 13 millimeter bolt. And then get your 2 15 millimeter bolts you removed from your crash bar. And I'm going to start up top with my 13 millimeter swivel socket. And then switch to your T40 Torx socket. And then grab a shallow 15 millimeter socket, tighten down your 2 long bolts. And then repeat on the other side. Next, we'll install our support bracket. So we're going to take that bolt that we removed earlier, thread that into our bumper. And then we have an Allen bolt, lock washer, and flat washer that's going up into the riv nut. And then grab the included Allen wrench, tighten that bolt down. And then I'll go back to that T40 bit that'll fit in that 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench to tighten this bolt down. and then repeat on the other side. Now we're gonna go back and fully tighten down our main mounting points. So take a T40 torque socket for these front two, and then we're gonna have to get that T40 bit and the 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench for the back two. Then repeat on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Weston XTS brush guard for factory front bumper for your 2021 and newer Bronco. Thank you for watching, and for all things Bronco, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.